Okay, I'm in Cleveland, kind of. I'm significantly outside of Cleveland. This is the only hotel we could find. Okay, now I'm walking around Ohio just for a third of a day. So I'm going to pull a David Broder slash Tom Friedman here, and I don't say that in a positive light. So feel free to ignore what I'm about to say. Don't watch it if you don't want it. I'm the only man in America who will tell you not to watch something. Because it's not based on studies, it's not based on a poll, so I'm going to speak from the, oh no, proverbial gut. But as I walk around here and I watch the people and I hear people either talking to them or overhearing them, here's the sense that I got. Oh no, Trump's going to win. Now, let's break down what I mean by that and why it's partly nonsense, okay? So, I sense a great disturbance in the force. Okay, and in all seriousness, a great anger and a great frustration. Now, it's enormously possible that I'm seeing not what I want to see, because I don't want to see that, but my preconceived notion of what's already out there. Totally possible. And so, I'm obviously being totally frank about that. But look, most of the pundits, including me, spend almost all their time in the major cities. So I spend 90% of my time in LA, New York, and Washington. So there's a different vibe out here. And maybe this is super cliched and like, oh, I've been to the Midland. And it turns out in the middle of the country, they feel slightly differently. Yeah, but they do. They do. This is not an LA crowd. This is not a DC or New York crowd. And they look pissed. So as I overheard people talking, and I know it's super anecdotal. How many, caveats can I give to you on this? But I walk out of a sandwich place at lunch, and I swear the first thing I thought was, oh no, Trump's going to win. Oh, Jesus Christ, he's going to win. Remember, this is Ohio. This isn't any random other place. This isn't Idaho or I was going to say Georgia, although it's not as deep red as it used to be, but Alabama or whatever. And it's not about red or purple. It's about, this is Ohio, the state that decides almost every presidential election. Secondarily, this is not primarily, I thought, these guys want change. They're angry at the establishment. They think Trump's like, well, that guy's plain talking, right? But that's primary. Secondarily, I thought, they're not going to vote for Hillary Clinton. I'm looking around at these folks thinking, really? Oh God, the establishment doesn't get it. Like, it's not that she's a woman, although that, by the way, honestly, I wish to God this weren't the case, but it's going to be a significant problem with some white males in this country. We know that, but you know what? That last Quinnipiac poll had Trump winning white males by over 30%. Okay, but again, it's not about that. Hillary screams, I am your standard politician. I'm the same politician you've seen all your life. And these folks don't look like they're in the mood for it. What have we done? Look, I certainly didn't do it. I fought hard against it. But this was not a time to put up a standard politician. And that's what the establishment did. And they did it on the right-wing side, too. They put out like Jeb Bush and Marco Rubio. They sent their little robots where you pull the string and they come out and say talking points. I want to dispel the notion, yada, yada. And this was not a time for that. And on the Democratic side, we put out the most standard politician of all time. And this is not a time for that. So, God help us all. I hope my BS anecdotal read of Ohio in a third of a day is as silly as it sounds, right? Not that the read sounds silly, but that you would make a decision based on that. And by the way, I want to be super clear. I'm not saying Trump's gonna win. There's no way anybody knows what's going to happen in this election. People keep asking me for predictions because I make predictions, right? No, you make predictions based on facts, on reality. You don't do it on your gut. You don't do it on anecdotes, on trip somewhere, etc. And you don't do it this far out from an election, and you certainly don't do it in an election this crazy. So you want to know my prediction? Anyone who tells you a prediction right now doesn't know what the hell they're talking about, because this is the wildest ride I have ever seen, and we're not at the end, we're at the beginning. So hold on. So I'm not telling you Trump's going to win. I'm telling you that after having experienced this, I am deeply concerned that he might win. And that moment I had was, oh no, is he going to win? It's super real. Like, okay, last thing. Oh, Brexit's not going to happen. The establishment, no, it's not going to happen. Where everyone in the establishment is against Brexit, deeply against Brexit. Brexit's not going to happen. Sit till it happen. Well, I got the same vibe about Trump. Please, I can't possibly be Donald Trump. I read a mainstream article about Trump right after I, walked around and got all this stuff. And they were like, oh, I do declare, what a horrible, horrible candidate. He doesn't really understand any of the policies. These folks, they don't care what Trump's view of the Turkish coup is. They're going to vote based on their gut. And that gut is, by the way, informed by the things that have happened in their lives. I don't mean informed as in it is the correct decision. If they vote for Trump, I don't believe that's the correct decision at all. But informed by their legitimate frustration about their jobs, etc. And Trump, in his incredibly simplistic way, is speaking to that. He said, I'm going to make America, remember when America was great? Remember when you had a good job? Remember when it paid well? I'm going to bring you back to that. That is an alluring siren call. And, a lot of the people on the coast might think they were far too sophisticated for that. And America is too sophisticated. Get out here, man. See America. It is pissed. Okay. And don't get me wrong. 4 different people have come up to me. There's plenty of Young Turks fans here. They're saying, hey, I love the show, etc. It's not like I'm telling you Ohio is super conservative. And one guy pulled over on the highway because I was crossing the highway because I don't have a car here, so I had to walk somewhere to get a sandwich. And stopped on the highway, saw me crossing, pulled into the Starbucks or whatever to say hi. So this is not just a conservative place. That's not what I'm telling you. I'm telling you the vibe I got was F the establishment. But maybe it's a total preconceived notion. We'll see. I'm super open to it. I'm just telling you what I felt today on the front, and it wasn't pretty.